Recently, the two of us recommended Moonstone Island because of its chill vibe and blend of a ton of our favorite genres. The two of us have had a severe lack of cozy, and this cute game fits the bill perfectly. There's a little bit of everything to do, so it's the perfect game to pick up and have some fun with at the end of a gnarly week. So lately, when we've needed a break, our escape route involves a flight to Moonstone Island for date night. Starting off, this is a single player game, so it's one we have to play together but separate on date night. Initially, we only planned to play a single copy together on one PC, but before we could even get through the tutorial, I decided it wasn't going to be enough to backseat and now to copy for myself. No! I crashed my new broom! Of course I did. At face value, this may seem like another farming sim, but there's a lot of cool stuff going on that makes it unique. The game begins with a premise similar to Kiki's Delivery Service, where a young alchemist leaves home for the first time. After arriving in town, the game becomes a mix of multiple different genres. Think Stardew Valley meets Pokemon, but with card combat.
This is big. Break his shield. Throw some rocks. This is huge. Oh my god, stuff's happening, Taryn.
Right out the gates, there's plenty to explore and do. And if you're anything like us, then you'll probably have completely different priorities from the get-go.
We can make a spirit brush to pet your spirits and make them fluffy.
Oh, cool.
It raises happiness.
Where I was much more concerned with the base build and getting to know the townspeople, he took off underground to battle spirits and fill out his card deck.
Taryn, you want to see some big damage? Watch this. And Cleo. 42 damage. Oh, but it takes 3! No!
Oh no, you didn't have enough.
Miscalculation. Oh, I just had to discard my best card, Taryn.
God, I'm sorry.
It's alright. It was a good idea.
The two of us always love games like this because it feels like there's a little something for everyone. Since we enjoy exploring different aspects of the game, it's nice because we can help the other by sharing new things we learn. It's always fun peeking over what the other is doing and seeing that they found something you haven't yet.
I'm gonna take off with my broom, Taryn. Check it out.
Oh my gosh, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
You look so cool.
This is great. Oh, this is so much better.
Settling into town is a cozy feeling very reminiscent of my first time exploring Pelican Town in Stardew Valley. I actually really enjoy the friendship mechanic in this game because it's basically gambling disguised as socializing.
Okay, I just failed everything with this guy. Bye.
He wasn't into you.
He was not into me.
I'm always a safe better and like rolling with the chatting option, but he's a total risk taker and will double down on a bad pickup line. Good thing he already has someone that will laugh at his jokes.
I'm gonna risk it with a joke. Didn't like the joke. We're gonna double down. Not like flirting. Okay. Well, we tried.
Aside from his bold approach to friendship, this system of gambling with other people's feelings is a lot more fun than buying affection with gifts.
Wow, I just blew it with the barkeep. I'm out.
I'm sure as we get later into the game, money will become less of a problem and gifts easier to manage. But at this stage, I find it really enjoyable rolling the dice.
This Farah blacksmith chick, she said to give her some copper so she can teach me how to make ingots. So I gave her it as a gift, and she's like, thanks, I love this. I'm like, you told me to give it to you. So I don't think I did it right.
No, you have to sell it to her.
How was I giving?
Even he goes out of his way to chat with NPCs and spin the roulette wheel, just because it's fun to see their reactions. Although, I think he makes better friends with the spirits than the townspeople.
Guyana. Gianna.
Gianna?
You're a genius. This is why you're the people person.
During the tutorial, you get to pick a starter spirit from a choice of 3 types. And if you're like me, you may have been checking over your shoulder to make sure your rival didn't show up to pick the one you're weak to. Maybe it's because I've been playing a ton of Pokemon lately, but I can't stop thinking of the spirits as Pokemon. I blame it on the fact that these monsters get stored in our pocket dimension. Either way, whether I see them as spirits or something else isn't such a big deal, because to me, they're all just pets.
This like conga line of creatures following me is so funny.
As for combat, it's a ton of fun. I don't have a lot of experience with card-based combat, and most of what I do know has come from watching him play other games, but this was super easy and straightforward to get into. There are 4 basic stats that you can allocate points into on a level up, and other than that, there are cards you get to pick up as well.
I'm gonna do 108 damage with my avalanche turn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I think card-based systems are easier for me to understand because pretty much everything you need to know is just written on the card. If anything, it just makes it feel less like there's a wrong answer of how to play. Typings aren't quite as easy as the cards for me. There are a total of 8 typings, and each one is strong against another one. That wouldn't be so bad, but the thing I struggled with is that some match up with Pokemon while others are the exact opposite. I've got all these little mnemonics I've had to learn to help keep typing straight in those games, and now it's time to unlearn all that muscle memory. Ironically, between the two of us, he is the most to unlearn, so at least we're in this together. He's got Pokemon typings memorized inside and out, so it's pretty funny when he automatically assumes one is strong against another and gets clapped.
No, they took him out. Oh, the poison is too powerful. Well, we just died.
You're not limited to the single spirit you started with and can tame the wild ones you find out in the world.
Oh my god, what is that? Come here. Look at this thing, Taryn.
I want to see. Whoa, it's so cute and fluffy.
I'm gonna befriend it.
You are limited to carrying 3 in your pocket dimension at a time, but there are structures to build that can house more for you. Whether you're a collector trying to catch them all or you just want to build a powerhouse team, the system is a lot of fun.
Alright, let's go give the dude Cotton Wad. What is this thing's name? Is it? I don't think it's Cotton Wad. That's just what I've been calling it.
He got really into the metagaming and fell down the rabbit hole of building a powerful card deck, whereas I preferred to catch the ones that looked cute and feed them lots of tasty crops.
We have 4 health? Why didn't I heal everybody else up? I only healed the little Ankleo.
There are lots of different crops to grow on your farm, and they all serve a purpose. Some are meant to be eaten by you, but most are meant to be fed to your spirits. Feeding wild spirits is also the way to tame them and add them to your team. While the raw crops are useful in a quick pinch, they can also be processed into much more useful concoctions at an alchemy station. It's easy to forget that the whole point of all of this is to become an alchemist.
Broom. Oh.
More Moonstone.
Yes, I need 2 Moonstones to make a broom.
Probably one of my favorite things to do is decorate around my house.
A decoration station. I need to make one of those immediately.
I picked a spot on an island at the center of a small lake, and although it's a pain to get to, it also looks amazing. It's safe to say unlocking crafting furniture is one of my main motivators for going out and exploring new things.
Oh yeah, the Guardian.
I'm doing a dungeon.
Nice.
Is this where you got the Moonstone?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome. I was hoping I chose the right thing.
In order to craft or build, you gotta go out and collect resources. Just stepping outside, there are materials galore. Just make sure you aren't stealing public property.
Oh, I can't destroy town property. Whoops.
You're destroying town.
I was gonna mine the rocks in town. I didn't realize.
The real challenge is staying on task. Between walking to a tree to get wood and making it back to my house, there's just too many options for me to get sidetracked. Not to mention, at any time, I can just hop up and leave the main island with my balloon to see what goodies are waiting out in the unknown.
I definitely am gonna make it to my destination. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough energy to make it back.
Among the plethora of cool stuff to find out in the world are things like dungeons and temples. Both have puzzles that need solving and spirits that need calming, with cool rewards at the end. There's usually a nice mix of combat and using certain items to progress through them, but they can be challenging, so watch your step.
I already fell off. Okay.
It wasn't until I saw all the cool things he was finding in these places that I finally got interested in tackling them for myself. I may not always solve the problems with the most conventional methods available, but they're still methods.
This is dicey.
The great limiter to unfettered exploration is energy and time. As we've become accustomed to in similar games, the dreaded 2 a.m. is once again the cutoff time for the day, and if you haven't tucked into bed before then, you'll pass out and sleep through half the morning.
I should get to bed before 2 a.m. It's like I'm floating in the middle of nothing.
This can start a vicious cycle of staying up late the next night trying to get done what we couldn't finish the night before, only to pass out again, which feels uncannily familiar to real life in some ways.
But I'm not gonna make it to bed, am I?
Oh god.
Oh no. Hurry. I can literally— No! I could see the light.
The other limit to exploring is energy. You can negate this by eating crops or resting in a hot spring, but be warned that the punishment for reaching 0 is passing out on the spot.
Shit. I passed out from exhaustion and I literally stopped to like grab a thing on my way to the pool.
Oh, I see. So you were like, oh, look at a piece of candy, and then you swung your axe.
Yep, always keep an eye on your stamina because it's not the best feeling accidentally ending the day before noon. I don't know if it's the location of the stamina bar or just plain stubbornness, but my boyfriend is the king of collapsing face down in front of a rock waiting for the store to open.
No. I accidentally worked myself to exhaustion again.
Oh no.
There's still plenty more to explore and discover, but from what we've seen so far, the two of us have had a lot of fun. If you're looking for a nice cozy game to dip your toe into, then grab your broomstick and take flight to see for yourself what it's all about.